Hello, everybody. This is Darla from Atlantic Canada Talks, and we have to talk. Um, we've got an election coming up, and a federal election on the 28th of April. And there's some things that just got to be said about this, our options and our choices. We have, for over 150 years, we've been voting liberal, conservative, back and forth. And how many times do you bang your head against a wall before you finally go, ouch? The liberals get in, they loosen up the purse strings, and then they get us all in debt to the point that it's utterly, but this is the worst we've ever experienced. The conservatives go in and they tighten the purse strings up so much that nobody can get a nickel out of them. And I've realized, has that been part of their plan all along? Just back and forth, just to keep us in a circle? Don't you kind of feel like a rat in a wheel? Well, I'm getting off the wheel. I am so done with all of this. We've got to start thinking differently, people. And Atlantic Canada, we really need to think about, all of Canada, but Atlantic Canada, and I'm hoping this starts a conversation. We've really got to look at the options that we have are no option. Now, the problem is, yeah, you can look at, other options. Well, NDP is not an option. PPC, even if he could get his numbers up, the problem is the system itself. The whole entire constitutional monarchy thing is a problem. And there's been a lot of buzz and chatter about Canada becoming a constitutional republic. And there's only one person in this country and only one party in this country right now that's even talking about it. And that's the United Party of Canada, led by Grant Abraham in Alberta. But we need support. We need people to rise up. Now, I'm in New Brunswick, and I know even all of Atlantic Canada. His name is not new to you. Some of you, yes. Others, no. You have heard of him. And you're aware that there is a plan to put in place to make us a constitutional republic. Because the whole thing has failed us. All of us. And I don't care which side you sit on, liberal, conservative, it doesn't matter. It's broken, it's old, it's defunct, it doesn't work anymore. Our sovereign Canadians are just being trampled over, and our rights and freedoms are being trampled over. It's absolutely ridiculous, and we're going nowhere. Like, we just keep spinning and spinning and spinning and going no place. And I know a lot of people think, oh, Pierre's the answer. Well, I'm not so sure he is, to be honest with you. I'm not alone. If I were alone in this, I wouldn't even bother having this conversation with you right now. But right from the beginning, I just didn't feel him right from the beginning. I don't know. But like I said, it's the whole system. It's Ottawa. Like, all that's going on in that house is just crazy. And what we've been through in the last 10 years is like, and everybody's saying the same thing. I don't even recognize my country anymore. I don't even recognize it. We've got a whole whack ton of craziness going on that we never had 10 years ago. And honestly, and what's with this obsession with death? Abortion, MAID, fentanyl, all this stuff. Like, honestly, I swear, Ottawa doesn't need an election, it needs an exorcism. But we need major change. We need brand new paperwork. We need brand new leadership. Those of you in New Brunswick right now, and even Nova Scotia, the island, Newfoundland, but I'm in New Brunswick, so anyone in New Brunswick that is aware of the United Party of Canada, if you're not, go on their website, look up the information. Anybody that is interested in running for the party, short time window here to register to become a candidate if you want to, like basically this week. And I just found this out the other day. If you want to email me at atlanticcanadatalks@gmail.com, I will forward it, and if with your name, your phone number, and your postal code. And I will forward that to my contact, and they can get in touch with you. But we need real change. Nothing's going to change. Everything for the last 150 years, nothing's changed. So it's time now, Atlantic Canada, to stand up and say, get us off this wheel. We need something completely different. We've got to get this country back on track and back on the straight and narrow, because this is just crazy. And I would encourage you to go, if you haven't listened or if you're not familiar with who Grant is, I would encourage you to go on YouTube, listen to his last 2 videos. He was in Ontario last week. Listen to his last 2 videos, and especially the last one will really explain where he's coming from, where he wants to take us to. This is a party I can stand behind. Everyone's got to decide for themselves, but if you don't have all your information, then you're not completely informed, and that's all I'm trying to get you to do. I would really like to see the United Party of Canada have some strong representation in every riding in New Brunswick, every riding across Canada. But please, at least look it up. And like I said, email me at atlanticcanadatalks@gmail.com, and I will get that information to my contact. And let's really try to do this, folks. And I also would like to talk to the churches. I know we are in prayer right now. Everybody is. We need to be, for sure. I would very much encourage you, before you really consider, because I'm going to tell you right now, the Conservative Party no longer represents Christians or the church. As a matter of fact, we've got, over 100 churches that have been burned down now in the country. This has got to stop. This craziness has got to stop. And I know a lot of people, because I pay attention to what people are saying all across the country. And if you think for 2 seconds there's not an appetite in this country to become a 51st state of the United States, think again. And we want to keep peaceful, friendly with the United States like we've always been. That's our history. We've always been friends. And they're pulling for us. They really want to see someone get in that will represent our country well and help get things cleaned up in this country. This, to be a constitutional republic, it's going to happen anyway. But this would be a peaceful solution between us and the United States. Go listen to Grant. He's way better at explaining it than I am. But please consider this, and if you're interested, but Atlantic Canada, it's our time to stand up and say, we are just done. We need something very different. Thanks for listening. Hope to hear from a bunch of you, and I'll be checking my email, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks, and more to come.